welcome to another edition of Poke Nation.
We're back.
Mr. You're tanned.
I mow my yard.
You're George Hamilton, man.
Oh, jeez.
What do you mean you mow your own yard?
For sure. What happened to the pink shirt? You look, there's only so many people that can pull off pink, and you had pink on last week. I really miss the pink. But, you know, I get the Darth Vader with the gray and the black. I get it. But I do miss
I have more than one shirt. It's not like the biggest deal in the world. I have more than one shirt.
Well, that's good to know.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. You need more colors. I'll bring you a shirt. You know,
I'll go out and mow my lawn.
The light colors really, you know, it's good. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
GQ. Mr. GQ. Now you got me all confused.
Uh-oh.
You got me flustered.
Uh-oh.
All right.
That's hard to do.
So let's go to what's the big news this week? I guess signing of your for your baseball coach.
Really excited. Really excited. And obviously, Coach Hill, he and I met right after the season when he got back from the NCAA Regional. We had multiple conversations and just really, really excited and happy that that we were able to ink him here and sign him up for you know, for a long time and you know, and for the foreseeable future. You know, I'm just excited. I mean, he's a great ambassador for our university. He's a great ambassador for our department, and I'm so glad he's leading our baseball program.
You got him 3 years plus a rollover. Same thing as James Lander now.
Exactly.
Wrapping up coaches, which has never been done before, which was I think I said when James got his job, his contract, that hadn't been done here before.
Right.
But to do it, is there a reason why you want to do that so much? Not only stability, but what do you get out of it?
Well, I think as an athletic director, one of the biggest jobs, if not the biggest job, is to hire and retain really good coaches. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And as a coach, and I sat in that seat for 26 years, you know, when you're doing a really good job and you're winning games and you're running your program the right way, you want some security. You want people, you want your university to recognize that. You want your university to, you know, reward that, and to have those two locked up and to be able to take care of their families for the foreseeable future. It was really important to me. I know what that means because I sat in their seat, and from the department standpoint, you know, again, hiring and retaining really good coaches is probably the #1 responsibility I have.
Not the easiest thing to do on this level because there's a lot of money out there, and
for sure.
If you want them to win,
right,
and yet that's when you lose them.
Right. And I've said it all along. Listen, people come here and they do a great job and build their program and they win and they move on to bigger things. I completely understand that. I mean, I've been a coach for 26 years. I completely understand that. I support that. But my job and our job, and I think we're starting to do that, is to create a culture within our department that people want to work at. Create a culture that they know they're going to be supported. Now, we don't have as much money as a lot of people, but there's a lot of other ways that we can support them. And our department is starting to do that, and I think that for those two guys in particular, to really want to sign for a long-term deal and for the foreseeable future says a lot about the culture of our department and of our university.
One thing I wanted to ask you about is you came in a football team that was on probation, and that was a black eye for the university. But this year you had a very good academic year, and I don't think a lot of people give you guys enough credit for doing that part of it.
Yeah.
Talk about how important that was to clean up the academics of it, more than anything to get it to where it's not a negative.
Well, you're right. I mean, the first thing is you have to recognize the issue and acknowledge the issue, and it's true. I mean, we had a horrible record, if you will, academically. Our football team was on probation. It was a black eye for our institution, black eye for our department, but you own it. And I think I mean, there's so many times, but when Dr. Burkell stood up there and he owned it and said, hey, this isn't going to happen again, we're going to fix it, that's what a great leader does. We've taken the bull by the horns. It's one thing he's really instructed me to really stay on top of that. We meet with our academic people, you know, My staff meets with them on a daily basis. I meet with them on a weekly basis. Just again, to follow up, there's real accountability, there's real objectives, but you can't have an athletic program that's successful and not take care of business in the classroom.
Especially on this level. It's,
No
it's
doubt.
harder to do than anything else. Anybody, we got one more half minute left here. Anybody sign deals? Any of your student athletes sign deals yet?
Not that I know of. I know that there's been some conversations and some things like that, but I'm really proud of Bridget Martin and our compliance staff. They're staying on top of it. Our athletes are being well educated on the do's and don'ts. Our boosters are being educated on the do's and don'ts, and that's all we can do at this point.
Some athletes are going to give you a run for your media money, maybe.
Absolutely.
When we come back on Spoke Nation, we'll have Todd Butler talk about ticket sales and the Cowboy Caravan after this.
Welcome back to Pope Nation. Coach Butler, welcome back. Season 2, Episode 2.
Second time.
How about that?
Does that
Really
make you a
good.
semi-regular?
I think so.
No longer
I think so,
cameo.
Jim.
No longer cameo.
Well, listen, man, thank you so much for coming back. We obviously, as a department, rolled out what we're calling Cowboy Caravan. You're over all the ticket office and you're over the caravan. Talk to Pope Nation about why we've done it and where we're going. Talk about, the Cowboy Caravan.
Well, what I really like is, when you took the AD job, the ticket office being the front step of our athletic program. So I really believe that our people in the ticket office, Logan, Megan, and Nick, our young people in there are smiling every day. They really enjoy coming to work. They're doing a fantastic job helping with tailgating, season ticket sales. And then you came up with a great idea to have the Cowboy Caravan. So, with the pandemic, 2 hurricanes, ice storm, flooding, we have to get our coaching staff out in the community. The community's so big to us. As you look back through the hurricanes, our athletes helping families and neighborhoods, and we've given a lot back, and so has our community given to us. So, Coach Wilson, Frank Wilson, our football coach, who is fantastic, great recruiter, fantastic coach. Coach Kennedy, a new hire for women's basketball, great recruiter, great coach. And then Coach Aiken, who's replaced you since you became the AD, another great recruiter and great coach. So we're going to get those coaches out. We'll start in Kinder on July 20th at the casino, the Coshada Casino at the Grand Hotel there from 6 to 8, July 20th. Sulphur, July 22nd. That's where I'm from. We need those people to show up. That'll be at West Cal Arena from 6 to 8. And we'll go to Jennings at the Gator Chateau right off the interstate on July 27th. In Lake Charles, we're going to be at Bodines. 6 to 8 on the 27th, which is a Thursday, and I know Lake Charles will have a good crowd for that. So, just getting the coaches out so they can talk about the team, all the recruiting that's going on, in the last year and a half or whatnot, and getting ready for football season.
Well, you're right. And the thing that we're so excited about, Jim, is that we're going to the people, and it's going to be free food, free drinks. We're providing all of it. It's a meet and greet with all the coaches. Obviously Dr. Burkell's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're taking the cheerleaders, the kickers. Rowdy's going to be there. We're just taking basically the circus, if you will, into different places.
Free food.
Yeah, free food. And
Free
drink.
food.
Free food,
And
free
drinks.
drinks. Doesn't invite me again. See how this happens?
You need to come.
See how this happens all the time.
But what I really like what we're doing in the athletic department with coaches' leadership is we're doing things, I think, professional. I mean, we're going to take a bus with the coaching staff, the cheerleaders, everyone, the support staff that's coming with us, and also the people, the places that we're going, the work that they're giving support to set this up for us around the 4 cities that we're going to. And I think next year it'll be bigger. So just like the concert we just had, we want to give back, and we want to have a good time with our fans and our communities that support McNeese State University.
Well, and Coach you've done a great job. I mean, from the ticket office, we've completely revamped the ticket office, and and Coach Butler goes in there every single day, 8 a.m., and there's clear objectives, there's accountability, which is really cool. But in this caravan, he's taken ownership of it now. Like, it's really
Oh, it's a free food and drink.
And we laugh about it. I'm kind of the food drink person at the university. So they make fun of me. And I tell you what, I really enjoy going to work and watching the young people that we work with and the job that they're doing and the excitement that they have to wear the blue and gold every day.
The thing for you guys that I've heard over the years, was the complaint was you didn't get out enough in the community, especially outside of Lake Charles. How important is it to grab the communities outside? Because you're in competition with UL for one thing when you go towards the Jennings area, Lamar when you go to the west. How important is it to kind of take stock into those areas?
Well, when you talk about from an athletic department, I mean, getting out is how you find out where players are or whatnot, meeting people that support, raising money, the donors. Just hearing our coaching staff have a chance to speak, which we haven't had that in a year. That's huge. And to be able to shake our coaches' hands and talk about the team and the season, that's what it's all about. And we need to do, we need to do these things. And I'm excited that we are. And that's a credit to Coach Schroyer and wanting to give back. And that's what we need to do.
Give him credit for
Hey,
everything.
I just, I mean, he's been great to me, and but
He's
it's
got
going to
a George
be fun.
Hamilton 10 going now. Look at this.
You know, just because I mow my yard, okay, and I don't sit behind my computer screen and write crap about everybody all the time. I'm sorry. I have a little.
This guy has more energy. I thought I had energy until I met this guy, and it's hard to keep up with Coach.
I'll admit that. Yes. You guys you talked about the professionalism. You guys have taken a big step in the last 2 or 3 years. Have you gotten some benefits from that? What are the benefits have you seen?
Well, I don't know that we've seen the benefits yet with the hurricane and all the things we've been through because of the facilities. But I do know that our fans are excited to get going, to get in the stadium, and to support our sport. So, with football cranking up, it's a noon kickoff, so that's kind of not normal. But hopefully the H&HPE building, when it gets back for basketball, to get back in that arena, I'm excited to see that arena get filled up for men's and women's basketball. I haven't seen that yet. So I'm still learning the process of it, since the hurricanes or whatnot, of what direction we're going. I'm ready to see the fruits of our labor from the leadership, from the president all the way down to our AD and surrounding support staffs, as we get going close to the seasons.
When we come back with Todd Butler, we'll talk more about McNeese ticket sales in the future right after this on Poke Nation. We're back with Todd Butler and talking McNeese ticket sales. And tell me a little bit about how the ticket sales are going for tailgating on Friday night, and your party on Friday night.
Hey, the tailgating has been great. We have some spots available. People have been calling. We increased the price. It's been fine. I think the big thing that Coach wanted to do was make it more of a family environment that we're kind of controlling. So we're going to have concerts on Friday night, and we're going to take care of that. So, the great thing is being from Sulphur and knowing all the people that have tailgated over the years and going to school here. It's the same people that have been loyal to our football program and our athletic department, and they're still in, and they're buying up the tailgate spots. And I think the concert's going to be fun for the families. I know I'll be there with my family, and I look forward to that.
It's about the experience, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the Friday night block party is about the experience for our tailgaters, experience for our fans, and our experience for the students.
Yeah.
And we are reaching out to all of them, our alumni, our fans, our friends, our students, to come out. And again, same thing. We're gonna have an unbelievable stage. We're gonna have unbelievable local artists come. And from 7 to 10 p.m., we're going to have a couple bands. We're going to have the football coach, Coach Wilson, or one of his staff come and address the group. It's going to be fun. And, so why do kids go to college, right? Obviously, they want their degrees and all those things. But they also want to go, a lot of times, because of the experience. We at McNeese have to create the best experience we can. And with Coach Butler leading the way with, the Friday night block parties and the tailgating, that's what it's about, Jim. It's the experience that we're going to provide for our people.
You're trying to keep them on campus because instead of just I'm there for 3 hours to get my classes to get out.
That's right. And think about it from like Coach said, we have a noon kickoff, and realistically we're going to have a noon kickoff the following year too because of the press box. So we sat around and I said, okay, well, how are we going to try to maximize this and look at it as potential? It's an opportunity. Well, if we get the students there on Friday night, they're more apt to wake up and go to the game on Saturday than, hey, I'm out of town on Friday and I'll check my phone. But it's the same thing, when you really market that to all the students coming in and the fraternities and the sororities, you know, you're going to be in the Grove. I mean, and you build tradition that way, Jim. That's what's really exciting about what we're doing. I truly believe as a department is we are just really thinking about the experience that we're going to provide for our donors and for our students and fans and friends.
It's really good, and that's exciting. It really is.
Guy can sell anything.
Yeah, he's very good.
He can
He's
sell
very
anything.
good. You know, I'll tell you this, after coaching, you know, being around the country at different places, I'm home because of the people here and the support. People will give you the shirt off their back to help you. I love our culture down here. He loves living here. And just the leadership and the connections in the community with the people that support the university and athletic department, it's fantastic. The people are here in Southwest Louisiana are giving, and we're trying to give back and do more.
One thing is, though, there's been a lot of talk about, okay, you have an established group of fans, but there are new people coming in all the time. How do you sell McNeese to the new people? What are some of the things you've done to do that? Obviously, the Caravan is one thing, but that's the group of people that can really make this thing grow.
Well, the younger people, I mean, like the concert we just had recently, we had bad weather, but we're going to have something next year. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be an annual thing that we're going to do. The Caravan, we'll do another Caravan next year, maybe broaden out a little bit more. So it's getting out and meeting the young people to be able to get them involved with our athletic department in university.
Because a lot of people here don't, you know, they bring their ties from other schools as they come. You got to get them to think McNeese first.
Yeah, and I think the days of, I mean, listen, I mean, make no mistake, college athletics is the entertainment business. There's only so many discretionary dollars that families and households have. How do they want to spend that? There are more options now than ever before. So to me and to us, experiences. You know, what does the game day look like? The days of just coming and sitting down and watching a game, and, you know, those days are over. You know, like, you have to be entertained, because if not, they're going to pull out their phone and look at something else or go spend their money somewhere else. So we've really doubled down on creating unbelievable experiences within our department. And without question, in my mind, in our minds, it's not me, it's us as a team. We have an unbelievable team. We just believe that we're going to provide the better experiences, which will get new people here and get people to be excited about McNeese and the direction we're headed.
Are you selling differently because it's an afternoon game now? Do you have to sell differently or get a different crowd? Or
No, it's been pretty good. The ticket sales have been good. You know, last month was fantastic. The renewals, high percentage of renewals again. Now we're going to new season ticket buyers or purchasers or holders, trying to get new people involved, and that's part of the Caravan and us getting out. I think when people hear Coach Wilson, Coach Aiken, and Coach Kennedy speak, talking about the recruits and the athletic department and what direction we're headed, I think they'll create some buzz.
Well, I got to be honest with you. There's more buzz on McNeese now than there has been in the 10 years I've been here before. When we come back, we'll get Coach's final thoughts on Polk Nation after this. We're back, and Todd Butler seems to be one of your favorites.
I love him. He's so great. And the neatest thing about our department is that we all complement each other. You know, Tanner and Bridget and Todd, you know, Matt, our senior staff, we all complement each other, and Coach Butler is a huge, huge asset to this department, and I'm just so thankful that he's here.
What are you going to say at the Caravan?
You know,
what's your role?
I'm gonna drive season tickets.
Are you going to drive the bus?
No, I'm not going to drive the bus. But honestly, I really felt like, and Coach mentioned it, is we've dealt with pandemic, so everyone's locked in. We've dealt with 2 hurricanes, so there's so much construction. Let's go to the people. You know,
that's a good idea.
Let's go show them what we're about. Let's extend the olive branch to the people all across this great community in Southwest Louisiana. We're going to rotate spots every year. This is going to be a yearly thing. And for me, it's, you know, buy your season tickets. You know, we're going to be able to sell basketball season tickets there as well. You know, we're going to be back in the arena, you know, at the end of December, or 1st of January. So we're going to play basketball in the new arena. And The best way to support us is obviously come out and be part of these experiences. But people ask all the time, what can I do? Buy a season ticket. You know, you can buy a season ticket for $100. Buy a season ticket and bring your family to the games. Having people in the seats is part of the experience. I know I've probably said that word 3 or 4 times in today's show, but it is all about the experience. And the best way to support us is come out and get season tickets.
You're starting year 2. The paper the other day, somebody wrote.
I don't read the paper, let alone what you write. But go ahead.
I understand that, but 5 things you needed to do. Or 5 things you
only 5?
He thought you needed to do.
Okay.
What do you think is the biggest thing heading into your second year, and what are some of the goals you want to accomplish?
I think financial responsibility. I think truly being able to generate revenue streams and being accountable within our department financially. We just could not and cannot and will not continue down the road that we were on the last 8-10 years. I mean, you just can't sustain it yourself that way. Additional revenue sources within MAF. Obviously, hire and retain coaches. And for me, it's truly getting out and making McNeese athletics even a bigger part of this community. The only way that we're going to truly build and this community build is that we do it together. That to me is a couple things that always stand in the forefront of my mind. But I'm a big culture guy. I think continue to develop the culture of student athlete centered and fan and donor friendly. Our customer service has gotten better. It needs to continue to get better. The professionalism within our department. Simple things: how people act, how people talk, how people dress, how do we deal with people in the community. All those things that drive culture for our department. You can't have any of those things that we talked about from revenue, or if we don't have that level of professionalism and that type of culture.
You've brought a professional touch to it that wasn't there, obviously, but it's also thinking big. Mm-hmm. You're not afraid to think big. Mm-hmm. How important is that for others around you to say, we can be, not, well, we're just?
I think it's really important, and you made a great point. I've surrounded myself with people who are like-minded. I don't want people to say, nah, we can't do it. No, we're going to do this. We have to take this department to heights and to levels that have not been achieved or gotten to before. We have to. The only way we're going to survive as a department, and I believe, and the president said, that we're the front porch of the university, the only way we can truly survive going into the future is to think bigger and to expect more of ourselves. And I say it all the time, why not?
Real quick, we only got 30 seconds left, and for you, real quick, that's hard to do. We mentioned something really quick about the stadium, about noon games next year as well, and the year after. Is that a probability?
For next year, for 22, for sure. We should be, hopefully, the press box be done by 23, but no matter what, I'm just telling you, it's going to be the best show in town.
And we're going to have Heath Schroyer on stage on Friday nights. That's what I want to see. We had him on stage before. I want him on stage on Friday nights. We'll see you next week on Polk Nation with the coach.